Hello students, myself Hema Marwah is again here to explain you the chapter 4 titled Matter. So let us enjoy the chapter with certain topics which I am going to explain in the next slide. Students, in this slide, we are going to cover the different topics which I am going to cover in this presentation. The different topics which will be covered in the presentation are properties of gases, do the molecules remain motionless in matter, action of heat on matter. So I repeat, properties of gases will be discussed, do the molecules remain motionless in matter, and third topic which will be discussed is action of heat on matter. Students, in this presentation, I would like to introduce you with the general properties of gases. But before introducing the main points of general properties of gases, I would like to give you the brief introduction about gases. Students, as you know, the intermolecular space is much larger and cohesion is much weaker in gases as compared to solids and liquids. Because of very weak cohesion, gas molecules can move about much more freely than solids and liquid molecules. In fact, they can move about in all directions. Moreover, gases also flow. Liquid and gases are called fluids. Fluids is the chemical term for liquid and gases because they can flow, because they have the ability to flow. Gases have the following properties. Now let us focus on the properties. A gas has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. Gases can be compressed to a much larger extent than solids and liquids. A gas expands or contracts to a large extent on being heated or cooled. Gases can mix freely with one another, and gases tend to move from higher to a lower pressure zone. Students, now the next slide will present you that do the molecules remain motionless in matter? The answer is no. No, the molecules do not remain motionless in matter. The molecules of a solid are held so tightly that they keep vibrating but do not move away from one another. But as the temperature rises, they vibrate more vigorously. And why they vibrate more vigorously? Because they gain energy. The molecules of a gas or a liquid are loosely held, so they can move away from one another. As the temperature rises, the molecules move further apart, less in case of liquid but much more in case of gas. As we cannot see the molecules even under a microscope, we cannot judge its motion. Students, in this slide we will know about action of heat on matter. When any kind of matter is heated, it gradually undergoes changes in following steps. First change, which is the common, that is expansion. All matters, whether in solid, liquid or gaseous state, all expand when heated. They also contract on cooling. So for your recall, I would like to tell you a solid expands or contracts very little on being heated or cooled. A liquid expands or contracts more than the solid, but in the case of gas, you will show the maximum contraction and expansion. Students, in this slide, we will know what is the action of heat on matter in case of state. In general, a solid changes into liquid and a liquid into a gas on being heated enough. The opposite change takes place when a substance is cooled sufficiently. The temperature at which the solid melts is called the melting point of solid, and the temperature at which the liquid boils is called the boiling point of liquid. For your more information, when heated, the molecules in a solid gain energy and vibrate more vigorously. When heated sufficiently, the molecules gain enough energy to overcome the intermolecular force of attraction and move apart. And this is the stage when a solid changes into a liquid. And the temperature at which a solid melts, that is called the melting point of the solid. As a liquid is heated again, the molecule gain more energy and move more vigorously. Some molecules, they gain energy enough to move apart from each other, and they are able to overcome the intermolecular force of energy, and hence here this is the stage they change into gas. Now we will discuss the third change, that is sublimation, which is the result of action of heat on matter. Some solids vaporize without melting. Such a conversion or change in state is known as sublimation. When vapors of such substances are cooled, they directly convert into solid. Some examples are ammonium chloride, camphor, naphthalene. These are the some few examples. So I repeat again, some solids vaporize without melting. Such a conversion, that is change in state, is known as sublimation. When cooled, the vapors of such substances directly solidify. The solid thus obtained is called the sublimate. Ammonium chloride, camphor, naphthalene, that is the chemical substance which we use in the daily life as the mothballs, and the iodine, they are the common examples of sublime substances. In this presentation, we will know how the action of heat on the batter bring chemical change. Students, on being heated, many substances undergo a chemical change. For your recall, I would like to tell you a change which is permanent and which brings new transformations, means the new substances are formed, they are called the chemical change. So some examples which we will include are burning of candle or burning of paper. So these are the examples which tell you that there is some chemical change. Students, on being heated, many substances undergo a chemical change. Let us discuss the interesting example of burning of a candle. You will observe the three changes. The wax near the wick melts and a part of it flows down and solidifies. So this tells that some physical change has taken place. A part of wax melts and vaporizes. Again, there is change in state, so it is the physical change. But some vapors, they catch fire and burn to form the soot, carbon dioxide and water vapor. So hence it shows the chemical change. So you can say that when a candle burns, it shows physical as well as chemical change. Thanks for watching my presentation, and I hope it will help you to upgrade your knowledge about matter. Thank you to all.